Well, good morning, everybody. How the heck y'all doing today? Hope you're all having a good one. Sun's kind of sort of shining. It's not super clear, but it's clear enough, I guess. Here, I'll turn you around. There's bulls. Just gave them that showstopper, and they licked her up already. Old Sheriff and our old 36E. He's not that old, but they went out to eat on the bale, and I'll show you guys that round bale feeder that I make. My style of a hay saver style round bale feeder. Kicked these two girls out, which have not calved yet, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? But anyway, they're just not ready. That's what's going on. So, I show you what a guys did here. So for you, those of you that don't know, this thing here is my calf warming box. So for all you newcomers, we made this, and I cut a hole in the sidewall here and put that heater at it right there. And all this is one of them old chemical totes. Actually, this one isn't actual for chemical. This one I got it was hay preservative that was in it. So we cleaned it out and got the hole cut here for the door. And then I put the plywood on it and so on and so forth. And then on the inside, under this milk crate, is another heater. And CP thinks we need to have a blanket in here for the calves. But anyway, I never did have a thermometer in here. So there you go. You can see it there now, right? And I'm going to turn the light on. So there you guys go. You can see it's like what? Plus 5 degrees Celsius, plus 4, plus 5, basically 40 Fahrenheit, right? The humidity is through the roof in here right now. Now, I don't know if that humidity gauge actually works with it laying on its side, if the humidity gauge would actually work properly, but I'm not too worried about the damn humidity. It's the temperature, right? So, now that I got that in there, to turn my heaters on, all I got to do is plug in this blue cord and take this off, back up a bit. So we'll unplug that one and we're going to plug that one in. Okay, come back and make sure our heaters are on. That one's on. And I'm pretty sure the one on the inside is on. Yep, I can hear it running. She's blowing warm air. So in the floor, I have 2-inch white styrofoam, just the cheap shit. That's what's in the floor. And then a piece of plywood cut out for the floor. And then just this 1/4-inch plywood for the door. And I could have made the door a little bit bigger, but I wanted to save this bottom rail. I didn't want to cut it right down this steel rail here. I didn't want to cut it right down to the edge, and that's why I did it like this. And the door seals up not too bad. Had some of this scrap stuff laying around, so I just drilled holes, bolted this hinges in here through the door and through the plastic sidewall. Hey, it works, right? But anyway, we're gonna leave that on for a few minutes. I'm gonna let you guys go while I go check on the other some other cows. Not 100% sure what time it is right now, but I'll check as soon as I shut the phone off here, the camera off. I'll check the time and I'll bring you back when I come back to check the temperature. Okay? Talk to you later. Okay, I brought you back right away. The time right now is 12:03. So now we're gonna go check on them other cows, and we'll talk to you when I get back. Okay guys, well there's 10 minutes gone. It's 12:13 right now. Let's take a look inside and see what that temperature says. Here we go. Lights on for life. Oh my goodness, it's warm in here. And there you go. We're up to fucking near 85, almost 90 degrees in here. Or 30 Celsius. That's with both heaters running. In 10 minutes. Well, if that doesn't... Now, keep in mind, the temperature outside is like -2 right now. And we're supposed to warm up all the way to 0. So I'll leave him plugged in, and I'll just unplug it at this wall over here. But if it can get up to 90 degrees in 10 minutes, that's pretty darn good. You throw a baby calf in there, he's gonna warm up quite nicely, quite quick. And if you don't want it that warm, I can leave this heater right here unplugged, and this plastic right here, this is actually the plastic that I took out of the door, and that's what I just drop in there to block that hole. Excuse me, to block that hole for that heater. And then you just leave the one on the inside running. But when you're running these things, you got to have it vented. So what I do in there, see the lid is off the top right there, and that way the moisture can escape out the top. That's something we can look at. See if that moisture, the humidity thing changed any. Yeah, the humidity changed. Brought her all the way down from 90 all the way down to 40% humidity. So if you had a calf in there for an hour, you could dry him off pretty quick with that dry heat running on these things, right? Snug this up there, I think. There. That's better. So yeah, and that's how that works. Okay, off to something different. I brought that calf with the bad leg, and I believe what she did was got injured, and she got hit by one of the cows in that corral out there, and she's got a bit of a swollen shoulder and leg. So I'm gonna get her run into the squeeze there, and we're gonna get some drugs into her just to help her out. So we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, so we got our little heifer in here, and she's not bad, but it's the first time she's ever been in here. She ain't liking it too much. But see here, we've got 4 cc's. This is Dexacort 5. It's an anti-inflammatory. And basically, that's what we're going to give her. Just in the neck. And I'm giving it to her on the right side, right where she's got that little bit of a swollen knee happening. You see that? And her ankle is a little swollen, and she seems to be favoring her shoulder a little bit. So, back that off a little bit. So that's why I'm giving her the Dexacort, hoping, and if this, we'll do this for the next 3 days. Today was 4 cc's. Tomorrow and Sunday will be 2 cc's. And if there's no improvement, then I'll give her a shot of Oxyvet and see what that does. And I double checked with my veterinarian on the treatment of her, and because I wasn't sure if I can give her the oxy in conjunction to the Dexacort. And he says, yes, it won't be an issue. And we discussed the situation, and we both agreed on the Dexacort at this point by itself. So, yes, this is what's happening, and I'm going to see if I can get her used to coming in here. I got some of that Showstopper full throttle ration sitting in the bucket right there, just so that it's not a terrible experience for her every time she comes into the squeeze. Okay, we'll bring you back in a little bit, guys. Alrighty, guys, like I said before, I was gonna show you this, what I call my hay saver round bale / square bale feeder. And this is her right here. So basically we just run a wood skirt on them. It's 5 feet tall, and then my bars in between, it's 7'6" on the inside or 8 feet on the outside. And I make this cradle on the inside, and I set it up so that the bale, when it's sitting in there, doesn't actually touch the ground. So, and if you look around the outside, now this bale has been in with these bulls for, what the hell's it been now, 4 days? And there really isn't that much on the outside of the feeder. Lots of it is all on the inside still. See that? And what the CP and I were talking, that we may actually start building quite a few more of these darn things. But the headstall spacing on this one is set up for my bulls, and I gave them, I believe it was 16 inches or maybe 18 inches on center, okay? And it worked out just right all the way around for the size that it is. Now, if somebody was to buy one specific for calves, I would probably cut that down to like 14 inch, because otherwise smaller calves like 400 pounders would be able to fit in between the bar space and get inside of the damn thing. And then they could get stuck in there with all the extra bars that are on the inside to create the cradle and stuff. So you would need a narrower headstall spacing. But yeah, that's how we do her. Another option is to eliminate the headstall spacing and just put a neck rail in all the way around with the cradle, and that would work quite well too. But there you go, you get to see what it looks like, right? Alrighty, we'll talk to you guys later. Well, hello guys. I'm out here in the pasture. And remember the other day I said we were sorting cows off that were sort of uttering and stuff, and this girl wasn't really uttering. And she's definitely not loose in the back end. See that? Remember how I was saying they'll get loose in the back? Well, she's not. And see that udder? There ain't a hell of a lot there, but she had herself a friggin' little 70 pound calf, little red white face bull calf. And now I'm just walking her to the yard. Go on, girl. And he's been up and he's been sucking, and he's moving along all right. Go on, let's go to the yard. And it's warmer, it's like +4, so he's doing good that way, thank God. So I'm just going to walk her up to the yard, and I'll bring you guys back once we get her to the barn. Talk to you then. Alrighty, so there you go, guys. You can't always go by the udder, and you can't always go by the swollen vulva in the back end, because she didn't have either. But the calf is alive, and he pretty much walked. I had him in the bucket of the tractor, and the bucket of the tractor's got a little bit of dirt / mud in it. And then he got scrambling around and he fell out of the bucket of the tractor. So he basically just walked on up. How's that sound? Now where this guy came from, there's only one explanation, and that would be sheriff. So anyways, I gotta go out, walk out and get the tractor, so we'll talk to you guys later. Green 53. Alrighty guys, so I just grabbed a small, it was like a 3-year-old hay bale, and I shredded that out. So that's why we make this corral as big as we do, and I'll be making it bigger when I bring the rest of the windbreaks home. But basically I just make a loop around like this and spread it out quite a bit so that everybody can eat, lots of room. And pretty soon, I guess now, the whole bloody herd is going to be coming in here right away. And when that happens, we'll generally feed the cows out of the corral, out there, and they'll drink from the water bowl back there. And then we shred a little bit of fresh feed in this corral every night and lock everybody in here overnight, just in case somebody wants to calve during the nighttime. They're in here and not way the hell out there, right? So, but there's lots of these girls that are, like I said earlier, I know there's some of them that they won't get loose really at all in the vulva and the back end. They don't really bag up at all. And then there's some that do both. They get really loose. Like there's a red cow that we bought over there. She's starting to get quite loose. But she's not bagging yet, right? And there's some that of our own that they'll get really loose and they won't get a bag until they calve. And other ones, they don't get real loose, but they get a great big huge bag and then they loosen up as they calve. It's weird. It's not, with these beef cows, you just never know, guys. You just never frigging know. So I was not expecting to go out to the pasture and see a calf out there after we just went through all those cows, basically, and sorted everybody around, right? But whatever, it's all good. He's happy, he's healthy, he's alive, and Mama's not a psycho bitch by any means. Not when you could walk her right into the friggin' barn the way I did. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll bring you back in a little bit. Alrighty, so we're in the shop. Tristan showed up. He bought another toy. You know how it is, boys and their toys, right? But charging up the air pump. It's charging ever so slowly.
It doesn't take that long.
What do you gotta have it up to?
Well, it shuts off at 75,000. I don't need to go that high. I got a
50 pounds? I think we should just mount this right on the roof of the truck. Fuck it. It's a fucking Ford, so it should handle it.
I went a little over.
Little over 50. Let's see what happens here. You got to be able to friggin' call out all the cows. And I'm not talking about the four-legged ones.
Fuck. What are you saying?
I wasn't talking about you.
It is loud. Get ready.
I'm out of here.
Like I said, guys, boys and their toys. And with that, we're going to call this video over. Right, CP? What do we got to do? There, can you see us? Kind of, sort of. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the video. And, oh yeah. Hey, kiddo. Where'd you get that thing from?
Uncle Wieners.
Uncle Wieners. There's only one left. So if you guys are interested, you better get your butt on into Regina at Uncle Wieners on Park Street. And you can pick one up for like 200, 250 bucks, whatever the hell it was. While I supply this young guy with a shitload of fucking insulated wire so he can mount it under the truck because he can't find his, so he's going to steal mine. Anyways, again, comment, subscribe, and fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys later.